Dwayne, I was just with you, man. And I love you, brother.
Dwayne,
Yeah.
what you think of Ohio State?
This is awesome. Going to college here.
You going to college?
Sad news to report from the NFL. According to his agent, former Steeler quarterback Dwayne Haskins has died after being hit by a car in South Florida. Haskins, a former first-round pick after a standout career at Ohio State, was drafted by Washington and was in South Florida training with the other Steeler skill position players when the accident occurred. Dwayne Haskins was 24 years old.
All right, ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right, ready? All right, go ahead. Go ahead. You don't gotta do the full thing. Just get a little snippet of it. Ready? Word, Dwayne, you gonna put? Yeah. All right. Hey, 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 hey.
Back with you on SportsCenter on this Saturday morning, SportsCenter AM. Let's bring in Adam Schefter, again, following this story out of the National Football League. And it's a family, Adam, that is hurting this morning. And it stretches beyond Pittsburgh, certainly, our senior NFL insider with us. What more can you tell us following this news here that Steelers quarterback Dwayne Haskins died this morning in South Florida?
Randy, it's a tragic story out of South Florida. Dwayne Haskins was down in South Florida training with the Steelers quarterbacks, wide receivers, running backs. And again, we'll see the police reports, but my understanding is he got hit by a car, got out of the car along the highway, got clipped was the way it was described to me. Again, that is unofficial because I've not seen the police report just yet. But however you want to break it down, it's tragic. Dwayne Haskins, 24 years old, down in South Florida, trying to train for his future, which obviously now gets snuffed out way before it should have. And it's a situation where the Steelers now got the news this morning. The Washington football team got the news this morning. They're preparing to release statements here in a short period of time. There are other teammates down there who are aware of the incident. And it's a tragic circumstance here in South Florida that a young man, 24 years old, would have turned 25 next month, loses his life. And so that's the situation where basically Dwayne Haskins tragically loses his life this morning in South Florida.
You mentioned it, 3.5 weeks shy of his 25th birthday, and an NFL future that may have been rounding into shape after being the 15th overall selection in the 2019 draft by Washington. That situation didn't work out, and that's certainly not something exclusive with that franchise to this player. So then he gets a chance in Pittsburgh, and I say chance because of Ben Roethlisberger's retirement and a competition perhaps with a future draft pick and certainly with Mason Rudolph. But the fact that he was in South Florida working out with his teammates demonstrates a continued maturation process for Haskins. So it is a young man who was rounding into form as a man. He'd gotten married. His personal life had settled down a bit, and now looking ahead to his football future. And I'm just curious what sense you've gotten from around the league. I know you said that Pittsburgh's been informed and Washington's been informed, and I know that it's early. If there's been any response, reaction around football to this loss of one of their own.
Well, obviously, Randy, you can imagine what the reaction is. Everybody is completely shocked, devastated, and in disbelief that somebody this young and this gifted could lose his life at this age. It's so uncommon to see. And anytime something like this happens, everybody is stopped in their tracks because they can't believe it. And I think that people on the football world this morning can't believe it. And that's the situation with Dwayne Haskins here, losing his life in South Florida, which is obviously very, very tragic.
Again, Adam, understanding the freshness and the newness of everything here, any word from authorities in the area about criminal charges possibly against the other driver in this incident?
Yeah, again, Ray, literally just got the news here within the last half hour or so. And so I would imagine that there's going to be a police investigation. There's going to be a police report. There are going to be people on the scene that understand what's going on better than I do right now. What we do know is, again, my understanding is something along these lines that he got out of his vehicle. He may have run out of gas. That is unconfirmed. Got out of the vehicle along the highway, and got hit by another car. And so people looking for something nefarious or anything like that, that's just not the case. Just one of these things, tragically, that happens on the side of a road that police are investigating, that there will be a police report on this, and we'll learn more about it at that point in time.
All right, Adam, we really appreciate the insight and the time this morning on SportsCenter AM. Adam Schefter with the very latest there. Haskins, as we said, the 15th overall draft pick in 2019 for the Washington football team, now the Commanders, and spent 3 seasons in the NFL. He's with Washington and most recently with Pittsburgh, where there was seemingly a real shot to compete for the starting job once again. Ben Roethlisberger retires. You have Mason Rudolph there. Maybe the possibility of drafting a quarterback here later this month in the NFL draft. But Haskins, as Adam said, was down in South Florida working out with his teammates, going through drills with them, with his eyes on the starting quarterback job. And the last time he was a starting quarterback for the entirety of an NFL season, you go back to, or rather, a football season, go back to Ohio State, threw for 50 passing touchdowns, still the most in a single season in Big Ten history. And now the news today, Dwayne Haskins, at the age of 24 years old, died this morning in South Florida, side of a highway in a traffic accident. Once again, we're thinking of his friends and his family here on SportsCenter. More SportsCenter after this.